Good afternoon. Are you well? Or whatever time of the day it is you're watching this this video, if you're watching at all. I'm going to do that thing that I said I wasn't going to do, and then I kind of did the other day, but now I'm going to do it properly. I'm going to wander around Dublin city centre and do a little bit of car spotting. Sure, why not? You know, I hadn't any intention of doing this, but I was into town, running a few errands, and it's an unexpectedly lovely day. So why not? Sure, look, let's see what we might see, and if not, top up the old base tan, you know. So I'm going to put my my dickhead sunglasses on. They're prescription. How dare you insensitive bastards? But let's go. Let's see what we see. If I see nothing, this video will just go in the bin. But I hold faith. There's bound to be something interesting for us to look at. So onwards and upwards. Conti GT. I'm gonna be mad in those rims now. Or as the owner, I don't think. But look at the curbing. But yeah, a Conti GT would be a car I'd like to buy, a really cheap one. Not that I can afford even a cheap one, but it'd be a fun experiment for a couple of days until something catastrophically goes wrong. Well, if it says in performance, well then it must be. W210 doing W210 things. The Mazda 6. A great looking car, made even better in estate form. If ever a car has gotten better with age, it's the Jag XK8, or even more so the Jag XKR, which this isn't. But yeah, if I see this prick driving around later with the roof up, I might kill him. Not literally, but well. What a wholly unnecessary urban vehicle. Sake. Ooh, I do love me a Lupo. What are these called again? Cascada or something? My nerd knowledge knows no bounds. Or 107. Ignoring the fact that one's a 4-pot and the other one's a V8. Just on pure aesthetics, which would you have? Eeny, meeny, miny. Oh, the Italian. Also, as far as OEM wheels are concerned, these are up there with some of the best. Just ones that aren't curved and crowded. And for an entirely different V8 experience, these sound great. Ooh, a Saab 9. Rare. Fabia VRS. Shame they ditched the manual gearbox, and although I'm not a diesel enthusiast, at least the first generation had a bit of a USP. And my mate had one that was mapped, and probably the fastest car in the entire world. So I'm coming down a familiar laneway you may have seen me walk down before, where a certain car dealership has their Dublin office. If you haven't worked out who it is yet, it rhymes with Queen, and they like to put how should I put it politely, a strong premium on the vehicles they sell. So I'm going to be a little bit incognito with my filming down here, because I don't want to look like an absolute cock. But well, more so than I already am. But yeah, there's bound to be something interesting down here, so let's have a look. SL500, which I must have walked by at least 10 times now. But the last time I walked by it, I noticed there's a Concorde sticker on the windscreen. Here's a lovely margarine coloured Scimitar with a nice picnic basket in the boot. Yo, Essex V6. Nice. Princess Anne had one of these, you know. Bit of paint chipping. Some paint chipping. Some paw marks, but all in. Yeah, you would, wouldn't you? Sorry, lads. Little turbo R. Yeah. Red badge. Yeah. For now. A little bit on the bling side, but yeah, short wheelbase. Old gen G. Real motherfucking G. Another V8 Mercedes I walk by on the regular. CLK 55, probably one of the least appreciated AMG Mercedes. But as I said before, this one's, it's a bit ratty, but it's got matching Bridgestones all around, and it's you know, okay, it's a bit mouldy and stuff, but taxed and tested. I believe this is a performance pack. The Mark 7 GTI. The last of the good Golfs, we'll have to assume. If there even is a Mark 9. The Mark 8 can just go and fuck itself. And here's an F80 M3, which I also walked by the other day, and it had a big old clamp on it, which carbon roof, which must have been unfortunate for the owner because, well, they can obviously afford it if they can afford an M3, but this car's always here, so I assume they either live or work around here. Fuck, is that a real B180? Fuck. Unintentional. Oh yes, this is what made it all worth it. An E39, but not any E39, it's a 523i, which, if my memory serves me, I almost got parking sensors. If my memory serves me correct, they only offered this for 1 year in the E39. I'll stand corrected. I know they brought it back, but it was replaced with the 525, I think, eventually. Also, I'm definitely going to say these trucks are for filming. So it says film on the front of that one. But you can always tell a film truck. And here's the antithesis to that other G we just saw. Modern, too much power, and a bit too bling. But saying that, it's got a V8 in it, so can't be all bad. Also, here's the Range Rover Sport, another car that's just so completely irrelevant. I wonder what the 600 is in relation to. Ronan Keating is one of the reasons that car was commissioned. He saw the concept and loved it so much publicly. Land Rover decided, you know what, the public need the Range Rover Sport. And they weren't wrong. Well, need, they didn't, but demand, yes. Spot of the day so far. Ooh. Yum, yum, yum. Manual, what is it? 525. Look at that pipe. Brewer's Troop, huh? Wow. East Anglia, BMW Emergency Services, Avon Road Rescue. Now that is lovely. It's got cloth interior as well. Yes, yes. Touring. Oh, murdered out, eh? All murdered out. More like the owner should be murdered. Is it a manual? 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 It's manual! Yes! I wouldn't own a Defender, but if I did, it'd be fully snorkeled and winched up. Like this one. Good colour too. A car that's got better with age, huh? I would, you know. A2! Look at this decadent swine. Alloy wheels, parking sensors. Wow. Now, I'm 86% sure the ST170 estates had self-leveling rear suspension. Does anyone know if the regular estates did it too? It's got leather interior too. Jesus. Ooh la la. Well, my time has run out. I'll have to call it quits now. Not the most exciting of days, but not terrible either. If you do not search, thou shalt not find, or whatever the fuck. Yeah, it was okay, not too bad of a day. There's a 428i, I suppose. No doubt when I turn off my camera, I'll see a 250 short wheelbase or a Macho Rancho or something. And to be fair, it is Tuesday and mid-afternoon. Also, if you were commuting to the city centre today and judging your decision on what way to come in. If you're going by the really, really unreliable weather forecast, you probably would have kept the fancy stuff at home. It's Tuesday, and if all going well, I should have this uploaded later this evening, which means I have someone coming tomorrow morning to view the 520i. So it may be gone by Wednesday morning, depending on what he offers me, but we shall see. But until then, stay safe, stay well. I might be back one of the days before the end of the week. There's another episode of my riveting podcast. But talk to you again soon.